Well, hi everyone, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today I'm excited to do a little stitch tutorial with you for Hannah's velvet triangle blanket. And this is just our ribbed boarding, but I alternated switching off the colors this time, and I love the effect that gave that for this blanket. Whoops. So of course I'm using Bernat baby velvet. They come in two sizes, so this is the 100-gram balls, and I used 6 this size of each color, or you can buy the giant ones and just get 2 of each color. So, but for today, I didn't have even I think this is called, I can't remember, some sort of pink. We'll have all that details on the website if you need, and I'll try to remember to put that on YouTube. But anyway, today's color, this one is Restful Rose, and this is white. So you're going to want to get started with the color, not the white. All right, I'm pulling from the middle. A lot of people ask me where to start the yarn. I go ahead and pull from the middle, but in those bigger balls, if you get the big ones, we definitely recommend that you go ahead and take the time and wind it into a ball. Otherwise, it can get into such a knotted mess. My girls like pulling from the outside and winding it up. I still like trying to hunt and find the yarn on the inside. Okay, the pattern repeat is 10 plus 3. So I'm going to go ahead and get 23 chains made, and then we'll start making those triangles right away. All right, so right away we're going to start in the 3rd chain from the hook by yarning over, inserting our hook, yarning over, pulling up a loop, and you're going to just stop right there. We need to add our first triangle color in. So right on the very first half double crochet, pull through with the new color. Tighten it down. We'll leave this tail behind. We'll pick up the white, and of course we're going to carry the pink color through. Now let's work the next 9 chains with half double crochet. So here's 1, 2, and do you see how I'm just crocheting right over that one? I'm carrying it along with me. If you've never seen my gingham blanket video tutorials, this is the same process that I'm doing. This is how we're going to switch off the color a little bit seamlessly and then not have so many ends to weave in. Okay, so velvet is a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've only made 5. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Now on this 9th one, let's just pull it up. We're going to switch. Now I'm going to choose to keep my white yarn to the front. Very key, pick one of the colors to keep to the front and one to the back, and then your yarn won't twist on you. Let's pull through on that 9th stitch. So now we have 9 made in white, 1 sort of that, this first one that we made is pink. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then this is number 10. Well, or just 1, but only make it halfway because we're going to go ahead and pull back through with white. We just want 1 just on this row. This is the base of our triangles. Okay. Go back and start making 9 in the white. The base of every triangle starts with 9 white. 8. Now if I did all my counting right, which I hope I did, here's number 9. You should have 1 chain left. Let's go ahead and tuck that white forward. Pull through with the pink. And now I have 1 chain left to work into. And that mirrors the start of the blanket. And here we go. There we go. So On your blanket, of course, you'll have rows and rows of triangle, but for this little swatch, we have one little pink in between on either side of the 9 in white. I'm chaining 2 and turning, definitely wrapping this white around this end and going to still crochet over it. We need to bring it with us. And now on this row, same thing. We'll make the first stitch, and this is where we call it the wide half double crochet. I'm not going to be working in underneath those 2 V's that are normal with half double crochet, and you can't even see right here. You're going to have to reach your hook down underneath and to the left of the post. That's a wide half double crochet. But stop right there, because we're going to have to pull through with the white right there on that first stitch. This is so that we can work the first white one to the left of that white stitch right there, and that way we'll only end up with 8. So now our number is 8. This will bring that triangle in. So I am definitely working. Let me see if you can see it. Probably helpful to practice this too with non-velvet at first if you've never worked with velvet and are having a hard time. So I am underneath all of those loops. I'm in between the posts. This is a wide half double crochet. Do you see that? I'm going right in between. Also crocheting over that rose color. Oh gosh, this is going to be really pretty in this color. Okay. Here we go. We've got our 8. Double check if you need, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's in between each of the 9 below. Let's wrap that white forward. Pull through with the rose color, and now guess what? We can work a pink one on either side of this pink stitch by working in between these posts, and now there'll be 2. I can drop the pink to the back, pull through, and now let's work the 8. Now I'll also give you a tip on how to help minimize the yarn that's being carried through from being seen. On this next row, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. It takes a couple rows in order to get it ready to show you. Okay, here's number 8. Bring that white forward, so important, before you pull through with the new color. Okay, now this time, hopefully, we will have 1, and on this one, we will finish with 2. Now, I know that might seem funny, but if you think of it this way, that your turning chain acted as a stitch, you technically have 2 stitches over here, too. So don't let that mess you up, but end with 2. Chain 2 and turn. Okay, if you happen to see that the, any loops are pulling through, give everything just a tiny little tug. Turn your work. Now here we go. We'll work 1 and 2 this time. It's like you almost, you want to work right up to the next stitch right there. That's how you'll know you'll change. Leave the pink to the back, pull through. Of course, we'll work 7 white this time. Now, it's bothering me that I can see this whole line of pink coming through those stitches. So what I do is that I'll go ahead and kind of separate that stitch. I will reach underneath that yarn that I was carrying, and it will kind of get tucked up to underneath the stitch, and then it hides again. So, And I love, and with the velvet, you kind of have to feel your way to do that. So then you see how it kind of disappears? Get a few of them just tucked right up in there. And that's my trick from getting it to show through. You'll still see little bits here and there. And I think that's okay. But to not see the whole line of the yarn being pulled through. Okay, and you guessed it. Stop right there. That's our last one. Pull that forward. White goes forward. Now we've got 3 pink to work. So 1. And then I can kind of see that white, so I just poke my hook. And maybe my hook that I'm using helps me a little bit. This is a Susan Bates Comfort Grip. Kind of has a little point on the end. That kind of helps too. So if you're struggling with that, you could try these. I just pick them up at Joann's. They're not very expensive. They're $2 or $3. Okay, I'm going to look for that next post. I can see that pink. I want to go right underneath it. And our little triangles are starting to take shape. All right. I'm just going to work to the end, and I'll see you on the next row. Actually, let me remind you that so we did do the 7, but on this row, it ends with just 2 of the pink. It kind of happens, it's because we're going to the, to do the wide, it's kind of because we're going in between the stitches that it doesn't. In my mind, I was expecting, oh, well, I started with 2 plus that turning chain. Shouldn't I have 3 over here? It doesn't work that way. Hannah kept saying, Mom, the most important thing is just pay attention to your triangles. The rest works out. And it is true. And just make sure your last stitch of the row is in between the last post and the turning chain. But of course, we'll make a little graph on our website and, so that you can double check. Okay, so I've just worked the first 2 stitches there. And now we are on 6. There should be 6. So I'm still reaching down underneath that carried yarn that, you can clearly see how. So I'm reaching down underneath it. It's almost like you can feel, and because it's velvet, it kind of slips right up there underneath the row. Oh, I missed it. I did miss it. Here, let me show you again. Maybe it's not as easy as I think. There we go. I got it up. Okay, so 6 stitches for the triangle and 4 in between. All right, I'll meet you at the end. All right, so I have 2 half double crochet, 6 in white, 4 in pink, 6 in white, and I ended with 3. Chaining 2 and turning, bringing that white along with me. Here we go. Let's start this row with a 1, 2, 3 half double crochets, wide half double crochets, and now we'll work 5 in white. Get that spread out. And then we'll have 5 in pink. Okay, so this is the row with 5. So it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 in pink on the sides, 5, 5, 5, and I ended with 3. Pull through with the pink, chain 2 and turn. here we go. This will be the row with 4 in white. So let's start with 1, 2, 3 in pink, 1, 3 and 4, and you guessed it, how many pink will be 6. We began with 3 half double crochet in pink, 4, 6, 4, and we ended with 4. Let's work 1, 2, 3, 4 in the pink, here's our 3 in the white, and then there will be 7 in between. Then I'll meet you on the next, I think, and then kind of tell you how the row finished. I think that works. All right, I began with 4 pink. We've got 3 white, 7 pink in between, 3 white, and end with 4 in the pink. Chaining 2 and turning. All right, I think I'll just meet you at the end of this row and tell you the numbers. Okay, so work 4 in pink, 2 in white, 8 in pink, 2 in white, and 5 in pink. All right, 2 more rows to go and we're almost there. Okay, so this is our last row with using the white. Yay, we did it. We've got a complete set of triangle. Here we go. So I did 5 in the pink, 1 white, 9 pink, 1 white, and finished it with 5 pink at the end. Okay, now on this row, before we start the next row of triangles, we are going to do 1 row of solid pink, but still carry the white along with you, so it is there for you on the other end. So here we go. Just work 1 row in between those posts, underneath that white carried yarn if you want to get it tucked up underneath. And then you can start the triangles again. Okay, so there is a complete set of triangles. So you would chain 2 and then work that first stitch, but pull through right away with white and start your 9 and start the counting all over again. And that's how you're going to make those triangles. Now we have other videos that we'll link in the blog post for the ribbing. It is a round of double crochet, and then it is alternating front and back post double crochet. I'm not going to show that here in this tutorial because we've got lots of, this is pretty common in our blankets now that we're doing. And so I'll link that in the blog post, and then you'll be able to find the other video if you need it. And I just switched colors every row to get this look. And it's 5 rows of ribbing. So the very first row In pink, I did the double crochet, and then I started with white, the front and back post double crochet, and then went pink, white, and ended with pink. It's so cute. Okay, thank you everyone for coming by our YouTube channel. And I really hope that if you're on our website, you know who we are and you've seen us. And so thanks for following along. If you'd love, we love to see the blankets that you make. So come and join our Daisy Farm Crafter group if you'd like, and show us your work. And we love to share it and see what colors you make your velvet triangles blanket. Plus, you'll see lots of other ideas of all the Daisy Farm patterns that people are making. It has turned into be a super fun community for us to see and share the Daisy Farm blankets. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.